maybe I'm sorry.
Go again.
Like
Sorry.
scenario now, it's like okay, maybe probably someone is expecting a payment from me. So I now got a mail for me to make the payment. Maybe probably in the content of the mail, maybe an account number is attached to it. So now, out of the options here, I said I will go for A, meaning I will try and contact the sender, the person who is supposed to receive payment from me. I'll contact him via maybe a known phone number or communication channel just to confirm the legitimacy of the email that I received earlier for payments to be made.
Okay, that's the right one. You did well.
So
Okay. Yes, and Ade and Ifeanyi are here also. So guys, I was asking whether another one graduates. This one where all of people kept quiet. Okay, number 28. What do you think about it? Ifeanyi, I hope you're there, right? You're listening.
Okay, what's the answer to number 29?
That's the answer. Contact the sender. That is what I answered.
What's the correct answer for 29?
I answered contact the sender using a known phone number. So that's what I answered, But I'm not the one marking the test. So I've already submitted it. So that's what I chose.
Okay. All right. Okay. What type of attack is this email an example of using access need for project to view? Michael Smith, not from okay, so still trying to get the answer. What's up on the time? It's okay. Access need for project to review. How many meetings? Pitching.
You see how tactful the questions are?
Shit. I'll go for fishing. I'll go for fishing.
Do you have any contrary answer? Ify,
I think it's fishing.
You said?
Fishing.
Why would you want to go for fishing? Anyway, before you give reason why you want to go for fishing, choose. What do you think is the answer to the question on the board? Can you talk?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Read the question and what do you think is the correct answer?
Okay. I'm not. What I'm seeing is your DP. I'm not seeing anything you're presenting. But it's in something. Let me check.
Oh, I think your network is a bit slow. Ade, you are seeing my screen, right?
My network is slow.
Yeah, I can see your screen.
And if I can see it also.
Yeah,
I'll log back in.
Okay.
Hello?
What did he say?
So let me just join back.
Yeah. Okay. I guess he wants to log out and join back again.
Yes. So after this question, we'll look at just one other questions before we move into our stuff. Are you good now? Okay, probably he will regain his network very soon. So, guys, you said phishing. Why did you choose phishing? Read the question again. Read it out.
So what type of attack is this email an example of? So just the normal subject of the email, from where the mail is coming from, the sender, and to who the mail is going to, and the body of the email. I said, hi, Emma, I'm in a meeting and need access to our shared accounts and can't retrieve it. Can't, can't retrieve it right now. It's urgent as I need this for the presentation. I'm giving in 10 minutes. Please send the password over ASAP. Thank you. Thanks, Michael.
What is phishing? Eh? Is it funny?
Hey, I'm trying, I'm just processing on what I think phishing has to do with a malicious link anyway.
Okay,
So
you're coming there.
the
You're
answer is
coming
not on
there.
that.
You're getting close. You're getting close. Who is answering? If I is that you?
I think, yeah. I think the answer is not phishing because phishing is a malicious link anyway. But in this case, there's no just requesting for password. I think this should be social engineering. I think.
Oh, I just took this test not long ago, and just for you guys to see how some of these interview exams are. I just took the test not long ago for the job I applied for. I think this might even be the preliminary test. It might not be the real. I'm sure it's not going to be the real test. So now, look very carefully, guys. Um, Ransomware, malware, these two are attacking a system. The attack is on a system, possibly is a computer or in short, a system. And it's also being done like that. Social engineering is an attack on the person itself, on the human being. When ransomware is involved, they are hacking a system. Or malware, there's a hack of the system. But when social engineering is involved, they are hacking the human being. You are going to be the one to give them that stuff voluntarily, either by duress or by urgency. And you see, when you read the subject of the mail, don't underestimate the subject. When you see things like urgent, immediately, do it now, all those are indicators of a malicious email. So phishing is a type of cyber attack where an attacker tries to trick you into giving away sensitive information such as login credentials, username and password, okay? Credit card and numbers, personal identifications, one-time password, etc. How it works. Phishing attacks often come in form of emails that look like they are from trusted sources, maybe your colleague, maybe a fake website that initiates real ones, a text message. Text message on is called smishing. Phone calls, phishing. Now, when someone calls you and you know goes into that hurry details, it is not, it is not, it is not, it is not. Also, social media messages with links or files. The goal is
Hello,
to make
hello,
you,
sir. Hello,
yes,
sir. Are you still
yes,
present?
yes, I'm still presenting. Who is not seeing what I'm presenting?
Okay. I I can see your screen now.
Okay. So the
So
goal
what
is,
was the question?
the question is here. This is the question. So while you're going through it, I was explaining. From here, he said the goal is to make,
Okay.
let me increase this one too. The goal is to make you to click a malicious link. That is the goal of phishing generally. To click a malicious link, to download a harmful file,
Uh,
or
sorry,
enter your sensitive information
sorry for
into a
interrupting.
fake website, or authorize or approve a fraudulent request. Example, you receive an email from what looks
Sorry for
like fake.
interrupting.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
The options, these options, these options, are they the options to the question that I just read?
Yes,
That's the email.
yes.
Okay. I think the answer here is social engineering.
Okay, fantastic. Because that's what I actually chose anyway. So we just read what phishing is, and the goal of phishing is to make you to click a malicious link. Mostly it comes through, it's being delivered through a link, okay? Or when you download stuff that exploits you. But you are going to be the one to do it yourself. Now let's ask you, what is social engineering? You guys are, if I'm not mistaken, after today's class, you guys are supposed to be graduates. So you people should be on top of some of these stuffs. Mistakes can occur anywhere, but majorly, see, the whole goal of the program is a shift in mindset and acquisition of new skills. Ah, I don't know whether time will permit us. There was a current case that happened this week where a website, one of our clients' website, was redirecting to a scam site. So when they told me, I took steps from step zero to step wherever I stopped now. First of all, to find out what was happening. How did it happen? And do you know the first step I took was what I also shared with you guys on, I think, either week 2 or week 3. I went straight to Virus Total to go and check the legitimacy of the claim of that attack, and also check if that website has been compromised or not. So these little things, they were going to be the ones that will help you to make your stand and make your goal when you are in the real scenario, in the real environment. So let's look at what social engineering represents. Social engineering is the act of manipulating people into giving up confidential information or performing actions that compromise security using psychological tricks instead of technical hacking. Do you understand the grammar there? Attackers use deception, urgency, trust, fear, or curiosity to steal password or personal info, bypass security controls, or gain physical or digital assets. Example, phishing. So phishing is an example of social engineering. is a type of social engineering. You people are no more babies. So some of these deep things you should be able to be assimilating them. Phishing is a part of or a type of social engineering. Then vishing, you saw it up, is also a type of social engineering, but this one is a type of phishing that comes through phone calls. We also have smishing that comes through text. We also have spear phishing. Since that one attacks C-level employees, please, when studying, try to study a bit wide. And whatever you see, try to put it inside a scenario so that it will not leave your subconscious. So, example tactics of social engineering can be phishing, where they fake emails or messages asking you to click links or credentials. Pretexting, attacker pretends to be someone else, probably your IT support bank staff. And this is exactly what we see here, right? Tailgating, okay. Belting, offering something tempting like a free USB stick or movie with malware. Tailgating, following someone into a secure area without authorization. Phishing, voice phishing. This is phishing that happens through the voice calls. A fake phone calls trying to get info from you. So I believe the right answer for this should be social engineering. So the last one we're going to look at before we go ahead for what we're doing is still very slimy, very fishy. It's a scenario-based question. Okay. Hmm. So this is the question, guys. I need to bring it up in the form that you will see it as a whole, because I've already cropped them out, waiting for repackage. Let me check whether they are this. I'm trying to make it full. Not this one. Maybe it's number 15. Okay. The question is question number what? 26. Hmm. Okay. Currently on question number 26. Is this what most likely happened in this mail? No. Question: is this mail malicious or did they swap the questions? Anyway, okay, guys. So I think I will scroll it down and up so that you could see very well, or I will just reduce it a bit. Then you can increase your screen. Can you guys see it? What is the question there?
Yes, I can see.
So what's the question?
It's also an email.
No, what is the
He said,
question?
"Hi, Jane."
What is the question?
The question 26. Number 26.
Yes, read it.
Is this email safe or malicious?
Okay.
Um, the subject is updated payment instruction for invoice. from Sarah Blake. Sarah.Blake at trustedvendor.com to Jane.Dew at yourcompany.com. Hi Jane. I hope this email finds you well. We are reaching out regarding the invoice number due to recent updates to our banking policy. We've had to change our payment details. Please process this payment using the following updated info. Name of payment detail, account name, Trusted Vendor Holdings, bank name, Secure Financial Bank, account number, then sort code. We apologize for any inconveniences this may cause. Kindly confirm once the payment has been processed. If you have any question, feel free to reply to this email. I think that's it. Best regard.
So what do you think about the email?
This is a phishing email now. Looking at the email address, you can tell, and that's the reason why, as a cybersecurity, you take your time to pay attention to detail.
So can you point out what makes it? Can you point out what makes this email?
Okay,
yes.
Okay, when you look at the email, you see Sarah.Blake at trusted. The vendor, instead of O, she used 0.
Good. Fantastic. Find out. You have to be very smart to check out these kind of things. Very, very interesting find out. So the email is malicious. Now see the original. Can you guys see it? Hello?
Yes, yes, you can see.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So where did we stop? Those who were in the last class, please, where did we stop?
Juice shop.
What did we do in juice shop?
Okay, I know you created an account in Juice shop. You installed the app. What's up again? I can't recall the name of the app.
You know, you guys know this is your Capstone project, and rapt attention needs around it is needed around it. If you can't pull this up for your Capstone project, then you might not be able to graduate. But I believe each and every one of us has what it takes to do that. So please, the Capstone project training is split into 2 days. Today, the first phase is going to be the initial access phase. Then the second is going to be the lateral movement, or excavating phase, where we'll deeper and get more interesting stuff. So what we are trying to do is a kind of brute force attack, password brute force attack. and we are using our Kali machine plus burpsuite plus juice shop. So here, the goal is to infiltrate this particular e-commerce website called Juice Shop. What they do here is they sell juice, different kind of juice, orange juice, apple juice, pineapple juice, etc. So our goal is to break through into this platform. Normally, you should go in through your username and your password, just like every other e-commerce website or platform, with your username and your password. Once you register, or you sign up, your details will be moved to the database alongside every other person's database. So whenever you return back and you log in, the system performs a loop to check if you're a registered user, right? Guys, are you with me?
Yes.
So once you log in, the database performs um, a check to know whether your details is here. If your details is here, then you could log in. But if it's not here, you will not be able to log in. So our goal in this project will be to bypass logging in as a valid user. Then we'll brute force the password and find a way to go in as an admin. The goal is to get admin rights. With your admin rights, then you can be able to access the database. So how are we going to be able to do this? When we use, or we are going to be imputing this malicious code on. Let me check the particular one we're going to use. We're going to use this, or 1 equal to 1. Then the semicolon. Sometimes we could put the dash, but depending on the platform, you might not put the dash dash. But it is just to close out a comment on the code. So when we put this malicious code into the back end of this juice shop, it will manipulate the system and force us in, thereby giving us an admin right. Then with that right, we can now escalate our movement, probably entering into bigger places, looking at every other thing that happens or who else is inside this database, etc. And if we are able to do this, then this system is so vulnerable, and that vulnerability is called SQL injection. So, and it is a type of web vulnerability. Are you guys ready for us to do this?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So I've already downloaded and installed the Juice Shop, like you all know. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the burpsuite. Burpsuite, when you come to your Kali machine, you go to all applications. You're going to see burpsuite. Search for it carefully. You will see it, burpsuite. You click on it to start loading. Just a minute. Okay. While it is loading, you open up your terminal. I'm going to be using the root terminal, one of these two above, the red one. I'll use it. Once you want to use the root terminal, it will ask you for admin password, your password that you use, your Kali password, to ensure that you are the rightful owner. Okay, I think I made a mistake. The burpsuite is coming up. Then on your terminal, you navigate first to the directory where you installed your Juice Shop, where you downloaded it and installed it. For my own is on my downloads. So I'll go to CD /home /my folder okay, /downloads. Then okay, the burpsuite is up, is ready. So this is the default burpsuite page. So allow it to be on while we deal with this our terminal. Now, take a look at the address first. The address here is the root at Brian K. So now when we navigate into the download, or when you navigate into where your, what's it called, is, where you installed your juice shop, the address will change here. So I'm going to press enter. You see now my address is sorry. Just a minute. For me to be sure that what I'm looking for or the juice shop is inside my download, you can actually do ls to list out everything on your download. Okay, I could see so many things on my download, and I can also see my juice shop. So I am where I'm supposed to be. CLEAR, clear. Okay, I'm still here. Now I can npm start. I trust my nvm node version is still correct without changing it to another one. But let's see. So while it is coming up, what did it give me? Error. This file, this is related to npm not belonging to, not repackage, a complete. Meanwhile, how many of us have already installed our juice shop?
I have installed mine.
I've installed mine.
Okay. Why are we having a break here? npm error, npm path. Okay. Now, this is also a very common, what's it called? Error, where if you miss the address of where your juice shop is installed, you will still have challenge. You might not be able to run your npm, your machine. So I think the juice shop is inside the folder of juice shop that is inside the download. So let's go a step deeper. cd um, juice shop. Have you guys seen? Are you guys seeing what is happening? So
So
now
you please increase the zoom
you
of
said,
the front of your screen. It's a bit. If it's possible, you just zoom it out a bit so that we can see.
16. Let me try 16. What about now?
It's okay now. It's perfect.
Okay. So if you could see, I've extended my address because outrightly, or if you really want to know where your stuff is, you could go to the folder. Folder is by the top here. You could see all the folders that you have. Maybe open a folder. So, but I already have folders that are open here. I'll go to the download. You see inside my download, there is a folder called Juice Shop. Now, inside that folder of Juice Shop, that is where the installation happened. Okay. Then for you to find the address, the whole address, so you will not be confused, click on the empty space beside it. You will see the entire address where you are actually supposed to be running your npm start. And that should be home/Brian/download/juice shop. Then you are in. In your own, it might be home/your download straight, or home/your name, then download, then your juice shop, depending on where exactly it is that you kept yours. So if you're able to sort out the address, you are one step um, away from success. So now let's repeat our npm start. npm start. Okay, it is now going to give us the result we are looking for. It's already building. So back to our proxy, our burpsuite. When you go to proxy, proxy is just on one of the interface towards the right. After dashboard, you're going to see target. After target, you're going to see proxy. So just click on the proxy, then open browser. Either you use this or you use this, just open browser. So we're going to be making use of the browser of the burpsuite, because it will be automatically linked. One of the things we want to do in this scenario is when we're going to provide a fake username and password. When we provide a fake or a dummy username and password, the system takes it to go and check if it is valid. So we already know that that's taken in means it has assigned it an address to go straight to the database to go and find whether this username and password is correct. So what we are doing with burpsuite is, for that journey that they want to go and confirm, we are going to freeze time. We are going to freeze that time with burpsuite. Then modify those details, the username and password, where we are going to put that this our malicious link. While we send it to go and check whether we are in, whether we have access, whether we've registered in that platform. As it is going, we use our burpsuite to trap it. Once it is being trapped, you can now modify it and put your malicious code. Then release it to go and complete the work. And of course, you know it's going straight to the database. Once it gets to the database, the work is done. It will compromise it and bring us back admin rights, thereby logging us in as an admin. Any question? Any question? Are you guys even following up?
Yes.
If I get it correctly, you're saying the Bob suit is what goes into the database to fetch the admin username and password.
When you issue your username and password on any website after registration or even before registration, what that website does is it checkmates the details you have with the detail in the database to know whether you are a valid user, whether you've been registered or not. So this journey is a normal journey that the website makes to its database. And our plan is to inject the database with a malicious code that will enable us gain admin rights. So when we provide a fake username and password, as it is about to go on that journey, we will freeze the time, we will freeze the internet on this particular system. While we freeze it, we will now come and modify the details with the burpsuite. And of course, burpsuite is what provides that freezing feature. You will see how it's going to freeze it. So once we finish modifying it and injecting it with malicious code, we will now release it to go to the database. On getting to the database with that virus that we've already given to it, it will automatically compromise the system and return us an admin login right. For websites that have control over what comes into their database and what goes out, this particular vulnerability will not work. And that is if the users or the developers, not the users, the developers or the security engineers are aware and have treated this vulnerability in their system. Why are you learning this? You are learning this so that you will be able to advise right, secure right, so that you'll be able to know what is obtainable negatively if your system is without, they call it, we mentioned it on our last class, the ability of a website to checkmate what goes in and what comes out. Input validation. If your system does not have this input validation technique in use, then you can be very much vulnerable to SQL injection. Input validation technique. It is very important that you understand what we are doing, because when you are doing it, it will make more sense for you. Then you understand and gain more wisdom, not just on this particular event, even on what happens outside. So
So
please, any
my
question?
question follows with what you just mentioned. So how do you confirm if your system have input validation in it?
you, if you don't test it to find out, you ask your engineers. If they say yes, you say okay, let's perform a test. You test it. Now, remember I also told you guys that you do not have the right to run even as small as scanning in a system that you do not own or have express written image permission to do so as a security official. Because anything outside from permission, written and signed, you are a threat actor. I mean, ordinary scanning, let alone deep works like this, deep text like this. Ordinary just scanning, just scan. If you do not have the required permission to scan, you'll be in small soup. So let us go ahead and practicalize this concept and see how it works. Please watch carefully and ask articulative questions. Now, don't forget that your I've always told you guys to ensure that you work hand in hand with your uh, what's it called, artificial intelligence trainer, because as you are going through all these steps, if you have engaged it from day one, just like I advised, by the time you are doing this practical, it must have been able to curate your skill set, your understanding, and at the end of the project, even when you obtain your certification, it can be able to collect a unique resume, qualifications, and setup for you. That it will be unique to you and your experience. And when you look at it, you know that indeed, okay, I did this. Then, if there is any variance in it, you can change it and say, no, 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 we've not yet done this, or I've not yet perfected this, but all this makes it possible. Now, even in that same page, it can generate posts that will resound to your experiences for you, just like what I did on LinkedIn. I don't know whether you guys are following.
Yes,
So,
bro.
if you watch here, the juice shop has finished loading up. Everything has been built to. Then we now have our server listening on port 3000, meaning if we go to our local host port 3000, we'll be able to see this um, juice shop. So let's check local host 3000. And boom, I think we are in. This is the website, is the platform, is functional. Now let me also put a warning. Once you run the intercept, the time freezing, unless you unfreeze it, your website too, the internet, everything will be freezed. So don't forget to leave it to unfreeze the internet on your system while you're working. So when you don't do what you're doing, you just go back to the burpsuite and unfreeze it. It's called intercept. Look at it up here. So once the intercept is on, nothing passes through on your internet. Everything will be freezed. Then when you turn it off, everything can continue going where it's going to. So just like any other, what's it called, e-commerce platform, this is our products that has been enlisted for us. And it also showed, I think, the people who posted them. I believe so. Reviews. Okay, there's been a review on this. So now, how do we gain access? Just like what we explained. There is an account, you go to the login. We're going to provide a dummy email address and password. So we might not even provide a full email address, but something that would, when we send it, it should be able to hit the database to tell us whether it is correct or not. So what are we going to use? Someone should give us a dummy username and password. Hello,
Kodak.
Kodak.
Hmm. I think we have 5 minutes left
Okay,
at gmail.com.
then we'll get a new link. So we're going to use email Kodak, then password what?
1234.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So normally we are going to send this so that you will see the result, the website should give us, which it should give us error because we've not registered with that website. So with the details. So Kodak and 1234 login. Can see invalid email. You see how fast that was. As you press the login, it has already hit the database, searched throughout all the registered users, and give us the result that, sorry, this email address or password is invalid. See, that split second is what we are going to freeze. We'll modify it, then allow it to go. Then it will return back the right result. Okay, so oh, I'm trying to position my screens well so that we all can see properly. How will you know that it has worked? It's going to automatically log you in. You will see your account status will no more be showing login. It will be showing admin. Okay. So let's click the intercept on. Intercept is now on. And this intercept also, everything that is happening on the website, this particular website, it is recording or tracking them. It is tracking it, it is keeping it. So once we come to this our website and we have our Kodak here with our password 12345 or thereabout. Let's use 1234. As we send the login, watch the loading is not going to get completed because it's going to be frozen. It's going to be intercepted by this burpsuite. So login, nothing happened. It didn't tell us whether it was wrong or not because it has been intercepted. Now here towards the intercept where the this is where we are supposed to find out the details. We are going to look for that details that we submitted, which is Kodak and 1234. Once we find the details here, we will be able to literally edit it and forward it to continue the journey. So the first page here says 2. You can use forward. Forward means next. We are sieving through all the saved pages. And inside most of them, we are going to find where our login details are. So forward. Okay, how many minutes more? Guys, check how many
Minutes.
minutes?
We just have less than a minute.
Okay, then
A
let's get a
minute.
new
A
link.
minute.
Let's get a new link then. Please confirm you can all see my screen. Please confirm you can all see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah, troops. Who else is remaining? Are we all here?
Actually, Ade is yet to join.
Okay. I think he's back in. Where is he? Okay, I've seen him at the middle. Okay, good. Now that we all are here, let's fire this down and wrap it up. Okay, so what are we looking for? Someone should give me, update me. What are we looking for? What are we doing? What are we looking for? Where are we? Which stage are we now?
Actually, we're trying to get the intercepted username and password to
Confirmed.
modify it.
Fantastic. Good. So we're going to move, since he's not here, we're going to move this forward. He's still not here. I'm going to move this forward again. Is he here? Can you guys see it? I know the screen
It's quite tiny.
I can't
is
see it.
yes.
I can't see your screen.
I know it's tiny because of the settings of the burpsuite. When you go to user interface, display, you'll find out that increasing the font, has increased just a little bit to appreciate what we're seeing. So if I increase it to 17, it keeps bolding up the surrounding interface and not the font itself. But you guys can see this, right? That's our email and our password, which is Kodak and 1234. So what are we going to do from here? What did I say we are going to do?
We intercept.
We've already
Try to
intercepted it.
modify it.
Yes, this is called interception. We've caught it on motion.
Is to modify.
Yes. So we are going to be modifying this now. And one of the best places I've noticed for modifying is the email. We're going to be using the email side. We'll leave the password the same. It still doesn't count. We'll modify the email section. Who remembers the code of it? Can anyone remember it?
All one equals one. This semicolon.
Or you have to put the first one, that first opening quote has to be there. Don't miss it. The opening quote, then or, capital letter or, then one equals to one, then semicolon. That's what we're going to put in now. So I've put in the opening quote or, a little space, 1 equals to 1, then semicolon. So if we forward this, we do next forward, that is forward, it is going to go through to the database now, and automatically this should reload for us. So forward. Are you guys seeing anything? What do you guys see?
Yes.
The funniest part is
It
the
was
juice
logged in.
shop. Yeah, the juice shop thinks that what we used to log in successfully was this. So it's telling us save your username and password. But both of us knows that's not what happened, right?
Yes.
So when you go to the account, you click on the account, um, you'll be able to see that you've had some privileges attached to your account. You can see orders, saved address, payment option, privacy and security. And note, even while you are here, remember that you're still, the time is still frozen. So anything you click will not happen. So most times, with knowledge or with understanding, having know that okay, you are in, you're in, you could just go around to do the things, other things you want to do. But for now, we are just going to stop here, and I'm going to unfreeze the time, the internet. Then we'll look around the assets that we've already gotten before. So once I click this intercept off, the website is going to continue the loading that it was loading. And of course, we've already gotten one star. It says you've successfully done something. Let it load so you will see what it says. Okay. On the user profile, we are seeing our username. It is admin at juice shop. Also, our image, whatever. When you go back to the juice shop and click on your profile, on your basket, there are stuff. Okay, look at the update you have here. You successfully solved the challenge. They are congratulating you. The challenge is login admin. You log in with the administrator's user account, which is a success. So on your basket, you could delete things. Let's delete this. Let's reduce this quote. You see, all these actions, if this is a real website and you are able to penetrate and do all these things, that website is really vulnerable and very open to manipulations by threat actors. So when you come to your account, you will see every other thing. So the our next class will be on escalated access, meaning yes, we've gained entrance into the web interface. We can do all these things, but there is still much which we cannot do from the web interface, meaning we will need a full access to be controlled and used in our burpsuite. Then we can now be able to have our way into the database, look at every other person that is there, look at their baskets, look at their products, look at their ID cards, look at their ATM cards, look at their personally identified information, look at everything. In fact, you might also be able to export them out to show how vulnerable the system is or have gotten. So this will be your first stage. You're expected to do this before the next class. On the next class, we'll go over to the escalation. Any question?
Okay. I think my question would be, since you've gained access, and probably you log out and decide to go back to log in. Are you logging in with the Kodak 123, or you still have to run this process again to gain access?
Since you're already
Because
in,
now I believe,
watch,
and
see,
you are out because okay.
we are in, and
Mm-hmm.
you trying to secure your staying in. You see, you've not been logged out, but in case you want to log out, you can go to privacy and security and do what? What is this here? What is that?
Log out.
Security and privacy. Log out below it.
So what am I touching? I'm hovering on something.
You are
Change
changing
password.
password.
Good. You already have your email address. Then you can change password, which automatically should enable you to log in again in case you want to log in. So, in fact, that would be what one of the things people should even do. Once you log in like this, go to security, change the password, and try logging in with the new password you created, with the new username and password you created. Change password and relog in, relog, log back in, change password and log in with new password. And note your progress, note the actions, what the website is doing. Log in with new password. Yeah, yeah. So go through all these stuffs. You can see so many things, but what we want to get the escalation strength for is really the database. That is where the whole juice is. That is where the whole cash out is. Because all these things we mentioned that we can find, will not be able to do it from the front end. We have to go through the back, have access to that back. Since we already have some access, so we want to extend our access and do more things there. Please, when you're doing this and you encounter any challenge, walk it through your AI assistant before bringing it down to me. Then, if both of you have struggled and not gotten any positive response, let me know what the issue is. When I give you, walk it back to the AI again so that you guys can further move on. What you're doing is you're indirectly training it to, respond, or training it with your own content, your own information, and your own results, so that everything will be unique. You're not doing copy and paste. The experiences, everything will be unique and it will be counted for. I hope we are good.
Yes.
Uncle fine.
Yeah.
Everybody should get his or her own done before our next class. And please, please, please,
Okay.
please, please, please,
Noted.
do not forget to recommend. You could just post that our flyer, recommend to people who will. This period is very interesting because the rate at which cybersecurity and attacks are going, we need more people to be on the know, both in their jobs and in their wherever. And it will help both the internet at large and the community and the nation. So stay good, guys. I will try and push out the recording video today so that everyone will get to work almost immediately.